Good evening and welcome to a wet and windy John McEwen Reserve in Shepparton for the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup qualifiers. Tonight, it's Australia taking on the Northern Mariana Islands. Brad Maloney will start in a 3-4-3 with the captain Anthony Pavlicic between the sticks, Andre Parks, Andriano Labib and Satiri Phillips making up the back three. The wing-backs Peter Antonio and Jacob McLaughlin, a midfield pairing of Miguel DiPizio and Jalen Pearman, and a front three of Max Haitley, Mitchell Glasson, and the star of Adelaide United, who's already scored a few belters in senior football. It's Nestori Irankunda, the player to watch on the left of the front three. For the Northern Mariana Islands, number 1, Vicente Reyes, is between the sticks. Number 4, Nolan Nowak. Number 5, Cody Shimizu. Number 7, Marcus Toves. Number 8, Zi Zhang Lin. Number 9, Leland Guerrero. Number 10, the captain, Ruben Guerrero. Number 13, Paul Lizama. Number 14, Tyler Omaleu. Number 17, Philip Magino. And number 21, Casey Chambers. Just waiting for the teams to walk out. Two other opponents in this group, People's Republic of China and Cambodia, played earlier this afternoon. China running out impressive 9-0 winners to sit top of the group going into this match, the first match for both of these sides tonight. Here come the teams, led out by referee Yudi Nurkaya of Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Northern Mariana Islands.
Pause for the national anthem of the Northern Mariana Islands. And now the national anthem of Australia. enthusiastic reception for the home crowd. What a huge moment this is for so many of these Joey's players, for many of whom this is their first call-up. The Northern Mariana Islands, population 57,000. The odds are against them today. They'll be very proud to be representing their nation. My name is Josh Parrish. I'll be your commentator this evening and throughout the tournament for the Joey's matches. It's a delight to bring you the action tonight live from the pitch that Garang Kuol, newly minted Socceroo, has called the best pitch in Victoria. You make up your own mind as to the quality of this playing surface, but it's held up remarkably well against the deluge of rain we've had today. Following the afternoon kickoff between China and Cambodia, China sit top of the group, 9-0 winners. Emphatic performance against a nation that defeated Australia back in August in the under-16s, Cambodia. 4-2 winners that night. China looking very impressive to start the tournament. Only the first place teams will go through to the under-17 Asian Cup automatically. The best placed of the second place teams will go through as well. But in comparing the different groups, results against the eventual bottom seeds do not count. Captains Pavlicic and Guerrero completing the pre-match formalities. We are ready to get underway. Coach of Australia, Brad Maloney. Coach of Japan, Michiteru Mita. Coach of Northern Marianas Islands, hailing from Japan, I should say, Michiteru Mita. Our referees are from Indonesia. Yudi Nukaha is the central official. Bang Bang Siamsuda and Apachit Nofuan are the assistant referees. Nofuan from Thailand, and our fourth official is from Thailand as well, Songkran Banmi Kiat. Huddles completed. Sides to switch following the toss. Let's see what that front three of Australia can produce tonight. Irankunda, Haitley and Glasson. Most well-represented team on club side in this lineup is Central Coast Mariners with 3 among the starting 11. About to get underway, the Northern Mariana Islands in their blue, kicking from left to right. The Australians, of course, in the famous green and gold. Very chilly night tonight. We'll see how the Northern Mariana players acclimatise as they go with the long diagonal from kickoff. Seen out of play by Antonio of Melbourne City, who I'm told hails from Shepparton. I'm sure there's a number of his family in tonight to watch him play in the green and gold, Peter Antonio. Australia with that extra number at the back to help them play out. To Irankunda on the left-hand side. Already positive play from him. Gets it back from Pearman. Parks. Out to Antonio. Phyllis. Checks back inside. Andriano Labib directing traffic in the middle of the back three. Slides through. Some early crossing chance. Haitley's in there. Irankunda too! And barely moments into the match, Nestori Irankunda already makes his mark. 1-0 to Australia.
Goal for Australia.
You couldn't have scripted a better start for the Joeys. Work down the right-hand side. Glasson let it run, crossed in by Antonio. Haitley couldn't make contact, but Irankunda could. It's one again in midfield. Coughed up by DiPizio. Australia take over again. Irankunda takes on two. Slides it out to Glasson. It's beaten away by Reyes, but only cleared. As far as Jacob McLaughlin, it's deflected through for an offside Haitley, and this one won't count. Was it an intentional dummy from Mitchell Glasson? Only he will know. Works to Australia's advantage in the lead up to that opening goal. For Australia, after China put 9 past Cambodia today, Australia can't afford to take their foot off the gas tonight. Won by Pearman, Labib. McLaughlin. Back to Phyllis. Parks spreads the play to Antonio. It's a dangerous delivery again. Haitley's in there, and the flag is up. Max Haitley slams it into the back of the net, to the relief of Vicente Reyes in the Northern Mariana Islands goal. Flag was up against the Western Sydney Wanderers striker. Pearman just ran out of room. Sijang Lin to take the throw. Doesn't get enough distance on it. Haitley. Shimizu cleans up well. Now it's Philip Magino. And on the wing, his pass telegraphed and picked off by DiPizio. Labib tries the direct route. Clearance is skewed wayward off the boot. Shimizu cleaning up again. Gonna have a busy night tonight, Cody Shimizu. Meanwhile, it's Irankunda to take the corner. Overhit to the far post. And it will trickle out harmlessly for a Northern Mariana throw. Again, not enough distance on the throw in. Haitley lays it off. McLaughlin thought about the strike, tees up Irankunda instead. It's deflected and in. I don't think he meant it. But Nestori Irankunda will happily claim that one. Australia double their advantage. They've both come from his boot. Whether or not that was on target, we'll have to see on the replay. Looks like that one might go down as an own goal. Xi Zhanglin, the unfortunate party there. Into the bottom corner. Dream start for Australia here. Won it again through to Pizio. Iran Kunda races beyond the defence. He squares it up this time. It's almost a second own goal. Here comes Glasson. Antonio cuts it back. Hately lifted it beyond the goalkeeper, wide of the near post. He didn't have too much to aim for there, albeit at point blank range. A few fans in the stands here at John McEwen Reserve thought the back of the net had bulged. Side netting only for Max Hately, still looking for that goal after having one disallowed earlier in the contest. Just 7 minutes played. Australia already laying siege to the opposition goal. Lupizio, Hately checks onto his right. Can't fashion the space for a shot. Blocked by Nolan Nawak. Now this is a great concern to the Joey's coaching staff. Iran Kunda is down, clutching his face. It's been electrifying early. Sure, he'll want to play through it. Looks like Nestori Iran Kunda will be okay to continue. Pizio's corner, not claimed by the keeper. It's bailed out by Magino. Strike comes in from range. Blocked. Jacob McLaughlin. Phyllis. To Jalen Pearman. To Pizio with the quick feet. Parks. Antonio. Hacked clear by Nolan Nawak once again. Throw in taken quickly. Mitchell Glasson, who's forced to turn back towards his own goal. To be almost through beyond the defence there for a moment. McLaughlin. Quick feed from him. Iran Kunda back on the pitch. Back into the action. Feeds it through for DiPizio. McLaughlin can't get there. Ahead of Komi Shimizu. It's 2 balls on the pitch at the moment. Referee allows play to continue. DiPizio's that ball trickle just over the byline, according to the assistant referee. Phyllis. Good feet from Pearman. Out to Iran Kunda, taking on his man, bundling the ball past him. He's past 2 here. Iran Kunda, can he find a teammate? He goes down in search of the penalty. Referee uninterested. McLaughlin's ball in, Hately, and it's wide again. Big shout for a spot kick there. Story Irankunda bundling past 3-4 opponents. It's a hard play to stop once he gets going. Antonio. DiPizio sends it back to his back line. Andre Parks of the Mariners tests his range. Irankunda was waiting in an offside position. And that high ball caused a little bit of panic in the Northern Mariana backline. Guerrero always second favourite for that header. Now it's Irankunda again. Hately. In fact, it was Mitchell Glasson on the end of that one. Didn't make significant contact. As if he was about to slide that one into the bottom right-hand corner. Mitchell Glasson just couldn't get enough on that. Gilt edge chance for a third for Australia. Antonio. Touch was too heavy. Jalen Pearman, neatly done again. Adriano Labib to Satiri Phyllis. Too heavy on this slick surface for Jacob McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Last touch off the Australian wing back. DiPizio. Hately. Ricochets out to Pearman, but Northern Mariana Islands able to clear their lines. DiPizio really wanted that ball into his feet, to his path. So he was making that diagonal run out wide. Audible frustration from him as urging his teammate to play more forward passes. That's a forward pass. That's a McLaughlin. Cut back to Irankunda, who'll have a go from a long way out. And he's making it look easy. The story Irankunda with his second of the night. His third goal involvement.
For Australia, number 17, Nestori Irankunda.
And he is stealing the show. Nestori Irankunda 3, Northern Mariana Islands 0. Pearman out to Irankunda again. Parks. Antonio. Pearman couldn't find a gap. Can this time. McLaughlin. Overhit, looking for the back stick, and Glasson manages to chase it down somehow. And he's past two. Excellent run from Mitchell Glasson. Fighting low, and it's an unbelievable miss. The bounce was unkind for Max Hately, but that is a shocker from point-blank range. An open goal. The Wanderers attacker balloons it over the crossbar.
That's the second ball.
Hately keen to make up for his miss. Free kick goes against Labib for the foul on Tyler Omalau. Shimizu. Headed away by Andre Parks. The wind is really picking up here at John McEwen Reserve. Australia coach Brad Maloney said he was keen for the Shepparton public to come out and support this team and support this tournament. The weather may have dampened some of that enthusiasm. Antonio Hately can't get onto the loose ball. It's a good battle he had there with Cody Shimizu. Satiri Phyllis. Parks. Nicely weighted ball. Hately. Strike is blocked. Glasson chasing it down. DiPizio helps it on to McLaughlin. Irankunda past the first defender. Jinks past a second. The cutback is blocked. Second cross is dinked in to Antonio and then laid off for Pearman. Falls to the feet of Hately. But even he knew he was offside. Second goal he's had ruled out tonight. Must be wondering what on earth he has to do. Again, Irankunda's ability to just take on players, even from a standing start there. Shot actually came back off the midriff of Peter Antonio after his attempted volley, stabbed at it with the outside of his boot.
As the referee, we can check.
Antonio applying the pressure. Nervy moments. Northern Mariana Islands backline has struggled to get clean contact on that ball. Pearman shakes off his marker and thought about the shot from range. Said it's Parks with the cross. Irankunda's in there. And then the follow-up effort from Jalen Pearman is blocked for a corner. Keeper doesn't claim, but manages to smother the second ball as it drops. And sent long down the right. It's a good bit of distribution from the goalkeeper. They can't make it stick. Jalen Pearman Switch to Glasson. Now Antonio, who's been so lively getting forward down this right-hand side. Ball ends up safely in the hands of Reyes. Labib, confidently done. DiPizio. Irankunda let it run. McLaughlin across the face of goal. Too much on it for his strikers. It's a slick bit of play from the Joeys there. Labib will take action, and now Pavlicic a long way from home. Irankunda coming back from an offside position. Nervy moment there. Ruben Guerrero, the captain of the Northern Mariana Islands, was onside because it was an intentional backward header. Captain Anthony Pavlicic with his first involvement of the night. Came out confidently and urgently to clear that ball. Shimizu. It's a brilliant free kick. Marcus Toves is the player who brought the ball down. Northern Mariana Islands have a corner. Be a huge moment for them if they were able to find the back of the net. Ruben Guerrero over the set piece. It's a rehearsed routine. Dealt with fairly straightforward fashion by the Joeys. Phyllis for Irankunda. The outside of the boot, it just didn't have any curl on it in the end. You can see what he was trying to do. There's Trivella pass, trying to curl the ball in behind for Max Haitley. DiPizio, delicate dink. Kick from McLaughlin. Strong work from him. Keeps the ball in play too. McLaughlin back to Phyllis. Forward from the back line. Can't find a teammate with the cross. Mitchell Glasson was lurking with intent. This throw-in will go long down the line. Ball slips out of his grasp. I'm not sure if that came in play. These players, they come from the tropics. They're not used to these conditions, I think it's safe to say. Those throw-ins have been a problem area. Trying to overcome some numb fingers, I suspect. DiPizio. Pearman. DiPizio again. Fancy footwork, but leaves the pass short for Glasson. He recovers the loose ball. Labib. Pearman. To McLaughlin, who left it slightly behind. Phyllis. Patient play from the Joeys. Antonio with the cross. Haitley's in there. Headed away by Shimizu, but the loose ball drops for Irankunda. Thunders off the crossbar. Haitley's follow-up header is wide. He got plenty behind that one. The story, Irankunda. 2 goals already tonight. And forced an own goal as well. That could have been the match ball. Excellent delivery from Peter Antonio. And Irankunda just said, that's mine. Could be in again here, Glasson. Keeper's off his line. An empty net. But Australia can't take advantage. Labib defending on the front foot. McLaughlin. Parks. Into DiPizio. Feet of Haitley. Is that going to trickle over the byline? No, it won't. Haitley on the spin! And the goalkeeper's let it through his legs. Muted celebrations from Max Haitley as he finally gets his goal. But it's a horrible moment for Vicente Reyes.
Goal for Australia, number 9, Max Haitley.
Well, after 2 disallowed and 1 point-blank miss, Max Haitley, at long last, is on the score sheet. First touch play from him. Antonio didn't give up on that ball. Haitley brought it down well. And Reyes just let it squirm underneath his grasp. DiPizio onto that favoured left foot again. Is that ball going to hold up? Jacob McLaughlin manages to force the throw in. Irankunda. Pearman chips to the far post. Antonio on the volley. Just seemed to lose his standing foot. Melbourne City wing-back has been a standout. Sterner tests to come than this, of course. And now the flag is up against Ruben Guerrero. Australia playing with a very high line. Forced forward by Casey Chambers. McLaughlin. Checks inside. Irankunda on the outside. Wants it on his right foot though. Spins around his marker. Irankunda to the byline. They can't stop him. They cut it back for DiPizio and it's well saved. Glasson. Antonio Haitley onto the crossbar. It's really well worked by Irankunda again. Just lured his defender out of position before putting him in the spin cycle. Follow-up effort worked out to the right-hand side. In low for Haitley, who got a foot in ahead of his marker. He stabs the ball onto the crossbar. And it's the second time Australia have rattled the woodwork tonight. Pearman coughed it up to Guerrero. Lazama. Guerrero again. Pearman one out. And that's a delicate pass. Haitley going to work in the channel, but he can't find a teammate with the cutback. Satiri Phyllis of Adelaide taking the throw in quickly. Haitley. Iran Kunda. Pearman works it out wide to Antonio. In for Glasson. And that's 5. Mitchell Glasson confidently finished into the bottom left-hand corner. And again, the supply comes from the boot of Peter Antonio, who has shredded the opposition defence with his overlapping runs down the right-hand side. Given plenty of space and time to measure the cross. One touch. And the second into the back of the net. And the Sydney FC youngster. He's been energetic, he's been busy all night, and he's been rewarded with a goal. This time he feeds Antonio, turning the favour. Combined efforts of 2 Northern Mariana Islands defenders eventually win it back. Parks. Lobbed forward by Casey Chambers. Now it's Marcus Toves. Goes down. Referee totally uninterested. He was inside the penalty area, Marcus Toves. McLaughlin. Iran Kunda feeds the ball through the legs of his marker, and that will be a penalty. No doubt about that one. Iran Kunda hacked down as he flew through on goal. Cody Shimizu just a fraction of a second late to that. And now Miguel DiPizio will have his chance from 12 yards to make it 6-0 in Australia's favour inside 35 minutes. It's a very straight run up from DiPizio here. The stutter step, and confidently slammed into the back of the net by the Mariners midfield maestro. Miguel DiPizio makes it 6. But again, the goal comes from the endeavour and the pace and skill of Nestori Iran Kunda. Two goals, an assist, and he's won a penalty. Might be in again here, you know, Australia. Haitley elected to try and bring it down. Shimizu caught up with him. Haitley off the chest. Glasson. 7-0. That's a great first time hit from Mitchell Glasson. He's second of the night. Australia away and well clear now. It was good target man play from Max Haitley. Knew where his teammate was. Picked out the runner to perfection. Cross coming this time off the boot of Andre Parks. Glasson for Phillips. Pearman. Antonio feeds it in low. Haitley with an intelligent back heel. Not once but twice blocked from the boot of Mitchell Glasson. Angling for his hat-trick. It's Irankunda free in the penalty area. And that shot was travelling. Smashed into the roof of the net. Nestori Irankunda
Goal for Australia
with the hat-trick.
Nestori Irankunda.
He's just too sharp. And the ball comes into those dangerous positions. Delicate dink from Miguel De Pizio, finding an unmarked Irankunda, and he was merciless. One touch, and a finish that can only be described as emphatic. Pearman, Antonio, Irankunda's in there again. Reyes claims the second attempt. Adelaide United fans must be drooling at the prospect of seeing Irankunda involved in more first-team action this season. Seemed like every time he came off the bench he scored in the A-League last time out. Ball's bobbling around in the 6-yard box. Antonio. De Pizio. Pearman. Nicely weighted ball. McLaughlin in low. Haitley with the back heel. Didn't get enough on it. McLaughlin again. Parks for Satiri Phillips. He fancies a dink from range. Just drifting over the top of the crossbar from Satiri Phillips. He wasn't too far away. And even the defenders trying to get in on the act now. Eight goals to nil as we approach the end of this first half. People of Shepparton have been treated to a goal fest. After China laid down a marker earlier today, it's Northern Mariana Islands are penalised for a foul throw that time. Leland Guerrero, defending party, left back. Australia looking to respond in kind to China's demolition of Cambodia. Irankunda, another great run. Gets around the outside. Just didn't know how much time he had as defenders backed off him. So it was Jalen Pearman with the low drive. Adriano Labib. McLaughlin. Pearman. Irankunda. Haitley cuts it back. No one arriving on the penalty spot. Australia working it patiently again. Now DiPizio turns on the accelerator. Ball spills to Pearman, deflected horribly. And there was really nothing that Vicente Reyes could do. Jalen Pearman will claim it. 9-0 in Australia's favour.
Goal for Australia, number 16, Jalen Pearman.
DiPizio trying to force the ball into the feet of Max Haitley. Ball was only half cleared by Philip Magino. Space was there for Jalen Pearman to have a go. He got lucky with the deflection. Antonio in low for Haitley. And that is double figures. Max Haitley gets his second.
Goal for Australia, number 9, Max Haitley.
Irankunda involved again in the build-up. Really tricky piece of play to cut through the middle of the Northern Mariana Islands midfield. Again, it's Antonio providing the width. And the quality of his deliveries tonight has been absolutely superb. Max Haitley on the end of it. It's 10-0 in Australia's favour before half-time. Pearman with the big switch. Overhits that one. Northern Mariana Islands were always going to be up against it in this one, given not only the difference in population, which is obvious, but football not the #1 sport on the islands. Basketball and baseball far more popular. Irankunda surrounded by 3 defenders. They know he's the danger man. DiPizio tried to hit it first time, but scuffed his effort. Sterner tests to come in the form of Cambodia on Friday night and China on Sunday afternoon.
There will be 1 minute minimum of additional
DiPizio. Chip into Jacob McLaughlin. Breezes past one defender, but a challenge coming in from Zi Zhonglin. Pearman for McLaughlin again, whipped in low. Cody Shimizu in the way. Pearman for Haitley, who turns the corner and went down in search of a spot kick. But a second penalty for Australia not forthcoming from referee Yudi Nukaya. Irankunda. Space to take on his man. Checks back inside. Past a second. He was looking for that top right corner. Deflected over the crossbar. And Australia won't have time to take the corner kick.
The half-time score is Australia 10, Northern Mariana Islands 0.
Goals have been flying in left, right and centre. Nestori Irankunda with a first half hat-trick. Going down to win a penalty and forcing an own goal as well. 2 goals for Mitchell Glasson and Max Haitley. Jalen Pearman and Miguel DiPizio on the score sheet as well. DiPizio converting from the spot after Irankunda was brought down. Let's go through some of the goals. It all started through Irankunda. Ball was left from Haitley. Cross from Peter Antonio, who's provided so much of Australia's attacking impetus from right wing back. Irankunda did the rest, smashing it into the back of the net. And McLaughlin was involved in this one. An attempted pass from Irankunda. And the luckless Zhejiang Lin sending it into the back of his own net. Couldn't do too much about that one. And here's the long-range effort from Nestori Irankunda. Irankunda involved again here. Dinking the ball in for Antonio. That one was ruled out for offside from Max Haitley. Didn't count towards Australia's double-figure total. Now this one did. Cross from Antonio again. Ball falling to Irankunda. Smashing it against the crossbar that time. Australia rattled the bar twice in the half as well. Here's another Antonio cross. Another angle of that cross, I should say. Crossbar still shaking after that. It was fed into the feet of Max Haitley. Antonio refused to give up on it. Haitley on the spin finally got on the score sheet after having 2 goals disallowed and missing from point-blank range. One going down as a goalkeeping error, I'm afraid. Slow ball in from Antonio again on the right-hand side. Northern Mariana Islands have not been able to shut off that avenue to goal. Mitchell Glasson finding the bottom corner confidently. And Miguel DiPizio, eyes locked with the goalkeepers. Waited for the keeper to move slightly before slamming it the other way after Irankunda had won that penalty. Andre Parks up from the back to provide this cross. Chested down by Haitley. Great bit of target man play. And Mitchell Glasson did the rest. Intelligent run, right place, right time. To slam the ball low and past Vicente Reyes. He's had a very busy first half, to say the least. It was DiPizio's delicate dinked ball to the back post. Irankunda completely unmarked. Accepting that one gratefully. That was his hat-trick. This one, a long-range effort from Jalen Pearman. Deflected beyond the helpless Reyes. Irankunda involved in the build-up again. For Max Haitley to get his second. Antonio again providing the cross. Well, it's been a busy first half. They're going to take a break. John McEwen Reserve in Shepparton is the venue. The halftime score is Australia 10, Northern Mariana Islands 0. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to John McEwen Reserve for the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup qualifying tournament. Australia 10, Northern Mariana Islands 0 at the halfway mark. Northern Mariana Islands, a nation with a population smaller than Shepparton, the location of this tournament. Always going to be fighting an uphill battle. Australia have been relentless. A hat-trick for Nestori Irankunda. 2 goals each for Max Haitley and Mitchell Glasson. Miguel DiPizio and Jalen Pearman scoring a goal apiece. DiPizio's from the penalty spot. And the luckless Zi Zhang Lin turning in an own goal. Going to have a substitution. Changes for both sides, in fact. So number 5, Xavier Smith, has come on at left wing back. Jacob McLaughlin withdrawn. John Navarro and Anthony Austria will be coming on for the Northern Mariana Islands. Coming off, Tyler Omalau and Paul Lizama. And we're back underway. The new man Xavier Smith, the defender who plays his football over in England with Crew Alexandra. The only overseas-based player in the squad.
Substitution for Australia. Number 5, Xavier Smith coming on.
Mitchell Glasson.
13 coming off. Jacob
DiPizio. And now Satiri Phyllis. Andriano Labib directing traffic in the middle of that back three. It's a 3-4-3 for Australia tonight. Here's Irankunda feeding it through the gap. DiPizio on the slide there and couldn't help the ball on. Irankunda has looked a cut above in this game so far. Unsurprising for a player who has already made his A-League bow in some style as well, scoring on his debut for Adelaide United, adding a couple of other spectacular goals to his collection. And cameo substitute appearances off the bench for Carl Viet's side. Irankunda strikes from range. It's beaten around the post and cleared. Sente Reyes coming up with a good stop.
And number 20, Anthony Burtonshire.
Antonio, great ball again. And it's Max Haitley who has a hat-trick as well. That has been a familiar combination tonight. Melbourne City's Peter Antonio providing the cross. The acres of space that he's operated in down that right-hand side. And Max Haitley of the Western Sydney Wanderers makes it 3 goals for him and 11 for Australia. Really, from that sort of range, he couldn't miss, although he did balloon one over from similar position in the first half. He's found his goal-scoring boots now. DiPizio. Xavier Smith. Can't find a teammate. Phyllis maybe can. Spilt by Reyes. Actually, Peter Antonio in there. Now, Irankunda putting plenty of power behind it again. Seems as if every time he lines up for a shot, he tries to kick the leather off the thing. And Reyes manages to turn it behind for a corner, which is taken quickly by Australia. Reyes spills it. And the offside flag is up against Max Haitley again. It is the third goal he has had disallowed tonight. DiPizio. Irankunda, the intended target. Shimizu turns it into touch. Smith. It's a good delivery. It's wide of the mark. Mitchell Glasson knows he should have done better there. Should have been the third Australian player with a hat-trick to his name tonight. He just didn't expect the ball to fall to him. Two bodies in front. Pierman. DiPizio works it wide to Smith. Nestori, Irankunda again. Miguel DiPizio splits two teammates with that pass. Anthony Bergancia has also come on at half-time. Number 20 for the Northern Mariana Islands. Phyllis. Cleared by Nawak. It's coughed up straight to Guerrero. Poor pass from Satiri Phyllis that time. Not enough teammates in support quickly enough for the captain, Ruben Guerrero. Irankunda. Jalen Pierman now. Smith sees his cross blocked by Navarro. Pierman again. Somehow ends up with Irankunda. The attempted 1-2 in a very congested area. Doesn't come off. DiPizio floats the ball to the back stick. It's going to stay in play here. Glasson. Antonio deflected. And it's into the back of the net. Eventually bundled over the line. A bit of pressure from Nestori Irankunda at the tail end there. But I think Peter Antonio is going to claim the goal. And it's a goal his play has deserved tonight. A flying wing back. And Mitchell Glasson did not give up on that one.
Australia number 2, Peter Antonio.
Took a deflection. And then the attempted clearance on the goal line. Only smashed the ball into the inside of the side netting and make it 12-0 in Australia's favour. Glasson. Well kept by the Sydney FC man. Referee having to dodge out of the way. Smith, lofted ball. Glasson's header down. DiPizio scores. And that's straight back to the halfway line for Australia. Goal celebrations dispensed with at this point.
Goal for Australia, number 10, Miguel DiPizio.
The man from the Mariners. The ball stayed Australia's possession thanks to the touch off the referee's back. He's on the score sheet again, this time from open play. Fine connection off that favoured left boot. Australia preparing another change. Looks as if Tiago Quintal will come on. Glasson. Impressive run from him. Worked wide to Smith. DiPizio battling to win the ball back, but he's overzealous in his attempts. Will be penalised by the referee's whistle. And that substitution comes now. Max Haitley. 3 goals tonight. An assist as well.
Substitution for Australia.
Go to the bench.
Number 9, Max Haitley, replaced by number 7, Tiago Quintal.
Sky Blue replaces the Wanderer, I should say. Tiago Quintal of Sydney FC. Playing the front three with Mitchell Glasson taking up the number 9 role and Quintal playing off the right. Smith. Does enough to win a corner off John Navarro. Corner taking quickly. Iran Kunda cuts it back to Pearman. Finds a space between 2 players. DiPizio from the angle. That's across the face of goal. So many players waiting, queuing up to apply the finishing touch. Quintal. Straight off the bench and straight onto the score sheet. Tiago Quintal beats Reyes at his near post to make it 14-0 for Australia. And what an impact.
Australia, number 7, Tiago Quintal.
Sydney FC man trying to put himself in Brad Maloney's plans for the game against Cambodia on Friday night. And he's done himself no disservice there. A deft touch to get around the outside of his marker. And a fine finish to catch out Reyes at his near post. It was a searing strike.
Foxy, step in.
Pearman out to Smith. Antonio. Jalen Pearman finds a gap where there didn't seem to be one. Antonio's cross away. Iran Kunda will go from range again, and that one is splayed wide of the mark.
Quick feet, quick feet.
There's an air of expectation every time the story Iran Kunda lets one fly from outside the penalty area. Just generates such ridiculous power off his shots.
Pete, win.
3 of which have found the back of the net so far tonight. to Pizio for Pearman. Quintal beats two. Tiago Quintal. The rebound for Glasson off his knee. And it won't trickle over the goal line. Irankunda glides past 2, 3, 4. Irankunda to the byline. And Glasson does the rest. Into the empty net for his hat-trick. It was a breathtaking run from Nestori Irankunda. And Mitchell Glasson says, thank you very much. Third hat-trick for an Australian player after Irankunda and Haitley. It's been really lively tonight. 15-0 to Australia. Seemed as if Irankunda dribbled past half the Northern Mariana Islands team there. They couldn't catch him. He's having a lot of fun out there. Smith's delivery. Glasson. Straight into the arms of Reyes. Difficult to generate any sort of power. The header from that delivery.
Get higher!
Irankunda into space again. Chops back inside. Quintal was in there but couldn't redirect the ball as he was intending. Rain really hammering down. 45-degree angle tonight. Wind has picked up in the last few minutes. These Northern Mariana Islands players must feel a long, long way from home right now. Pearman. Smith bundles past two. It's a nice cross. Nawak won the defensive header. Quintal. Pearman. Glasson. Anthony Pavlicic with a rare involvement. Maybe about the second time he's touched the ball today. Clearance is missed there. Antonio is collected late and we're going to have a free kick. Poor challenge in truth from Leland Guerrero. Referee doesn't see fit to produce a card. .484 in attendance tonight. John McEwen reserve. Total attendance for the day, 772. Which, considering the inclement weather, is a very good effort from the people of Shepparton. Antonio with space to strike. Peter Antonio in his hometown has 2 goals.
For Australia, number 2, Peter Antonou.
That was a fine strike. So precise, so measured. He was in acres of space in truth. He still had to pick out the bottom corner, and he did so with aplomb. The Melbourne City wing back was really impressed tonight. 2 goals for a defender. Pretty nice work. And this is pretty nice work from Australia. All the way from back to front. Can they finish it off? Xavier Smith, Quintal's header, Glasson! And the flag stays down for Mitchell Glasson, who has 4. And that goal might please Brad Maloney more than any of the others they've scored this evening, because it came all the way from defence. Worked through the centre of midfield, a delightful 1-2 between Miguel DiPizio and Jalen Pearman. Worked out wide to Xavier Smith. Teasing delivery. Headed down, and Mitchell Glasson beat the offside trap and beat the goalkeeper. 4 on the night for him. 17 for Australia now.
Go forwards.
Quintal. Iran Kunda. Little reverse pass looking for DiPizio. Cody Shimizu. Been a very busy defender tonight. Probably been the most effective form of resistance. Quintal, really energetic off the bench. Looks like we're going to see a change between the sticks for the Northern Mariana Islands in a moment. Smith's delivery, Reyes claims. And Mitchell Glasson fouls his marker. Nolan Nowak sent to ground, and yes, goalkeeper substituted.
Substitution for the Northern Mariana Islands. Number 1, Vicente Jose Reyes, to be replaced by number 12, Mark Chavez.
Vicente Jose Reyes will go to the bench. And on comes Mark Chavez. Don't normally see fit to rotate your goalkeepers, but plenty of work to do tonight. Antonio. Pearman. Iran Kunda. Pearman never got anything behind that. Hailing from Perth Glory. Pearman, one of 2 Perth Glory players to start the game tonight, alongside Andriano Labib. DiPizio. Glasson nearly had 5. His effort blocked. Pearman out to Smith. Deflection on the cross, and Australia have a corner. And they've taken most of these short and quick. Let's see if Jalen Pearman decides to curve this into the penalty area instead. Iran Kunda is in a little pocket of space on the top of the box if they can find him. They do work it to Nestori, Iran Kunda. And the defender saw the dummy coming. Now touch for Pavlicic. Wearing the armband for Australia, Central Coast Mariners goalkeeper. His older brother has played for Sydney FC in an Asian Champions League game. Smith. Quintal! And that's 2 for the substitute. 18 for Australia now. The supply from Xavier Smith. And Sydney FC's Thiago Quintal. That's another goal off the bench. That's a fine finish. Nothing the substitute goalkeeper Mark Chavez could do.
It's 17 behind. Okay. 30 seconds behind.
Comes Jalen Pearman. And offside against Xavier Smith. It didn't really need to be. Smith chips it forwards, looking for Quintal. Irankunda. There's DiPizio on the outside of him. Now Smith's delivery. Irankunda off the posts. And he'll bundle in his own rebound for his 4th goal of the night.
Goal for Australia, number 17, Nestori Irankunda.
Initial header coming back off the woodwork from close range. To work from DiPizio in the build-up. Xavier Smith's cross. Nestori Irankunda has 4 goals to his name this evening. Very impressive display. Pearman. Andre Parks. Pearman shot charged down.
Still the same number. 30 behind. Okay, scoreboard is 5 seconds behind.
Xavier Smith to keep it in play. To the byline.
Okay, better.
And anywhere will do. Off the boot of Anthony Bagancia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official attendance for today's match is 484. Thank you for attending.
Offside first.
Antonio.
Outside first.
Offside flag up.
Come back.
Against Ruben Guerrero. Antonio. Quintal. Checks back inside. This cross is blocked. Smith. Driven in low. Irankunda unleashes. The ball flies just wide of the top right-hand corner. DiPizio. Beautifully weighted pass for Irankunda. Jinking this way and that. Irankunda trying to find a teammate. Australian corner. It's taken quickly again. DiPizio's cross. And that is goal number 20. 10 in the first half, now 10 in the second. Andre Parks of the Central Coast Mariners up from the back line.
Australia, number 14, Andre Parks.
After picking up an assist in the first half, he gets his goal. Free header from close range. Northern Mariana Islands again not picking up the quickly taken short corner, and Australia take full advantage. Push in the back from Mitchell Glasson. Pearman's ball over the top for Irankunda to take advantage. Plays the pass earlier. DiPizio couldn't find a gap. Maybe Xavier Smith can. Smith goes himself. It's tipped onto the roof of the net by Mark Chavez. Irankunda to take the quarter himself. To the 6-yard box. Parks is in there again. Australia have goal number 21. Might have been Andre Parks who got the final touch.
Adriano Labib.
It could be Adriano Labib. Got a slight touch on that before it crossed the goal line. Looks like he's claiming it. Perth Glory's Adriano Labib. From point blank range. He was almost on the goal line as he touched that. It was a wicked in-swinging delivery from Nestori Irankunda. Now Antonio down the right-hand side once again. Well-timed sliding challenge coming in from the defender Leland Guerrero. Ball just ricocheted twice and back off Peter Antonio for a goal kick. Should be taken by a defender. Marcus Toves asked to take these goal kicks. Something you see every day at this level of football. Not sure if Chavez is nursing an injury. He is the substitute goalkeeper, so it seems unlikely. Maybe Toves can get a little more distance or precision on them. Australia preparing a double change. Number 21, Fabian Taladera, who's about to be introduced, alongside number 20, Campbell Dovison. Dummied by Quintal. Parks for Antonio. That's a brilliant pass. Quintal cuts it back for DiPizio to strike. And that's well saved. Just took a little bit of pace off that. Opted for precision curling effort, Miguel DiPizio. And Mark Chavez was equal to it. Australia will wait to make that double change. Cut back to Xavier Smith. That's not far wide. Tipped around the post. Saved again by Chavez, and now we will see that substitution.
Number 20.
Coming off number 16, Jalen Pearman.
Substitutions for Australia.
And number 19, Mitchell Glasson.
On for number 19, Mitchell Glasson.
4 goals for Glasson, 1 for Pearman.
And number 16, Jalen Pearman, to be replaced by Fabian Taladera.
Both been really impressive tonight. Labib looking for his second. That's a foul on the goalkeeper. So on comes Taladera and Dovison. Iran Kunda. Smith. Dovison, and it's saved. Almost scoring with his first touch. Iran Kunda for Dovison, who's just strayed beyond the last defender. Slid over the touchline by Navarro. Early ball from Iran Kunda. Finds its way through somehow. Antonio. Rebound falls to Taladera. Smith with a chance to cross again. Clearance is missed, and Quintal unleashes. That's a great save. Impressive stop by Mark Chavez that time. Quintal could have had a hat-trick off the bench. Andre Parks with the header wide. Iran Kunda's corner. And now a chance on here for the Northern Mariana Islands. It's the captain, Guerrero. There's no one in support, and it peters out. It's a promising moment all night for Ruben Guerrero. He's cut a lonely figure at times up front. Quintal. Taladera. Iran Kunda finds the overlapping Smith. Ball has somehow stayed in play. Irankunda wins the corner, which he'll take himself. And now there's a player down with cramp, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Officials tonight, the volunteers and everyone helping out, having to take every preventative measure with this permanent downpour we're experiencing here in Shepparton this week. Taladera. Guerrero. Phyllis. Another 1-2 between Smith and Irankunda. Smith's cross. Quintal's header drifts wide of the target. Irankunda on the charge, picking up speed, and I believe he's won the corner. Yes. Another player cramping up. Didn't have too much time preparing in Australia before the tournament, the Northern Mariana Islands. They arrived this week, and perhaps a recent travel and the conditions they're unacclimatised to starting to take their toll. The right back, Ji Zhangling, is helped to the sideline, attended to by team doctors and physios, temporarily down to 10. And the header from Phyllis is caught comfortably by Chavez. And Guerrero is offside once again. They are about to bring on number 11, Mark Costales. Board went up for a second there, but play was already underway. Taladera. Parks, and now Quintal turning on the style. Finds Antonio, went for goal himself. It's drifted wide of the mark. Sure he'd love a hat-trick from right wing back.
Number 8, Ji Zhangling, to be replaced by number 11, Mark Ryan Costales.
On comes Costales. Will force a bit of a reshuffle. It looks like Costales is going to play on the right-hand side. Taladira. Brought down by Iran Kunda effortlessly. Fed in low, and it's another own goal in off the post. Agonisingly so. Second of the night. Put that many low crosses into the penalty area, and eventually the defence is going to come up short. Iran Kunda's good work in the build-up. Again, he's the one who forces it. Pinball in the penalty area. The last touch of Shimizu. And that's 22-0. Lovely ball looking for Iran Kunda. It's in low again. Eventually hacked clear by Marcus Tovis. Labib, lovely switch of play. DiPizio. Quintal's in there unmarked. Now two for company. Quintal forces his way through and smashes the ball against the side netting. Ball just took its time to drop to him. Quintal did really well to fashion a shooting chance there, and a little unlucky to see his shot go wide at the target. Nice 1-2 between the substitutes, and Campbell Doverson gets in on the act. The substitute from the Mariners. There's a beautiful 1-2. Fabian Taladira. After the ball was won by Andriano. A confident finish into the bottom corner. Andriano Labib winning the loose ball. Textbook 1-2 between Campbell Doverson and Fabian Taladira. And Doverson does the rest.
Goal for Australia, number 20, Campbell Doverson.
Iran Kunda. Quintal left it behind. DiPizio. Back with Taladira. Finds the feet of DiPizio and gets it back. It's deflected behind for an Australian corner. Australia can't really afford to take their foot off the gas tonight, with goal difference potentially crucial. Doverson's tame shot was almost turned in for another own goal, but Mark Chavez able to claim. And that's a free kick that's going to go against Andriano Labib. No, in fact, it's a free kick for him. No mistake. Out to Xavier Smith. Good cover on the sliding challenge, but it seems to have come at some personal cost to John Navarro, who's now down nursing an injury. Australia don't know that yet. Taladira turned behind for a corner and now will stop play. I'm sure Mishitaru Mita's men are just praying for the final whistle now. But the stretcher has to come out. John Navarro stretched it off deep into stoppage time. Fortunate end to the night for the right back who came off the bench. And now DiPizio in acres of space off the short corner. And that will be full time. Australia in a procession in the end. The Joeys
Northern Mariana Islands.
scoring 10 goals in the first half, 13 in the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance this evening and hope you enjoyed the match.
The minnows of Asia, the Mariana Islands, always knew they were in for a stern test tonight. Wholly unfamiliar conditions.
At 3 p.m. on Friday, October 2nd,
Australia
here at Jockey Field Reserve. Hope to see you
got the job done in emphatic fashion. We'll be back in action again on Friday night to take on Cambodia. 4 goals for Nestori Irankunda, 4 for Mitchell Glasson, I should say. Max Haitley with a hat-trick, 2 apiece for Tiago Quintal and Peter Antonio. Comprehensive showing. Puts Australia when China laid down a marker, defeating Cambodia by 9 goals to 0. 4 goals in the first half, 5 in the second. Hat-trick for Wang Yudong. The captain Li Ming was man of the match, scoring a pile driver from the edge of the area in the 87th minute. 2 players to watch out for, and an injury concern for Kuei Jiwen, the number 19, who came off at half-time after scoring a brilliant little chip over the unrushing Cambodian goalkeeper. Just minutes later, half-time whistle blew. He was withdrawn as an injury precaution. We'll wait and see whether he's fit to face the Northern Mariana Islands on Friday. And then the big one on Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, I should say. Australia take on China. So far, that is looming as the battle of the top 2. Big test coming against Cambodia on Friday night, who, of course, Australia lost to in the under-16 game just a couple of months ago in August. Several of the same players involved for both teams. Tonight was always going to be more straightforward, but now the real test comes for the Joeys. Look forward to joining you once again. Coverage on Friday, 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. kickoffs. And I'll be joining you on the Joeys game on Friday night as they face Cambodia, looking for a win that will set them up beautifully for the match against China on Sunday afternoon. Look forward to joining you then. I've been Josh Parrish. This has been the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup qualifiers from John McEwen Reserve. And the final score tonight, Australia 23, Northern Mariana Islands 0.